A shuttlecock made of cork and expertly arranged goose feather makes virtually no sound. And a badminton racket glides through the air with a gentle and soft whoosh. Add the strength, technique, and strategy of Olympic skill, however, and the experience becomes something entirely different. On today's episode of The Podium, we take you inside a badminton match and show how perhaps the quietest field of play generates some of the fastest, liveliest, and most challenging conditions for Team USA.
Fastest racket sport. You can see it off the smash of some of these strings, right? It's just, I think, 500 kms an hour.
Yes, the USA is definitely underdogs, but you know what? We always have that fighting spirit. You never know.
iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Badminton is one of 5 Summer Olympic sports that the U.S. has never won a medal in. As such, it's possible that you've relegated this racket sport to the realm of quiet afternoons in the garden. But take a step back inside the Porte de la Chapelle Arena in Paris, and a very different scene will greet you.
What's not exciting about it? It's just very fast and exhilarating, and it's unique. It's something you don't typically watch in the States.
I think it's something that you can only see while you're here physically present. You watch it on TV, it's like, yeah, it doesn't seem, that quick or that fast, but watching it live, you know that the shuttles are flying at really fast speeds.
And it was a day full of medal favorites and underdogs.
So I've not really heard of a US player or anything. It's usually a Malaysian player or someone from China. It's usually Asian players who dominate badminton. So yeah, I think US would be an underdog.
Some of those underdogs, Team USA's Vincent Shiu and Howard Shu, gave us a sense of what it's like to play a silent sport in an arena going wild.
Quietest field to play. Yeah, I would say so. The shuttles, especially in big venues when it's really loud, I can't even hear my partner speaking sometimes. I can't hear the shuttle being hit, and I think that affects the smash a little bit, the timing.
Yeah, obviously center court 1, the French pair's on, home crowd. It's so loud. Sometimes you're trying to serve or receive serve, and obviously you can't wait. The crowd's going electric. There's a big point going on next to you, but you got to just stay focused, obviously, during your match.
I think powerful smashes really get the crowd going, or dives really get it going. And shots where it clips the top of the net and rolls over usually gets a lot of oohs and ahs from the audience.
Or when they deceive the opponent by doing maybe a drop shot or a cross court or anything, basically tricks them into going the wrong way. So I think that wows the crowd.
Even if you don't play badminton, you will still be able to enjoy it. The atmosphere, the rallying back and forth, the catching the smashes. It's quite incredible, isn't it? A good smash is wow, but getting back the cool smash is even more wow. And that drop shot is it silences people as well.
USA has challenged the call.
Looking to snag every point it could, Team USA challenged the line call, something you can do up to 3 times per match, and it comes with its own dose of adrenaline.
That match, we had a challenge, and we honestly thought it was going in. It was a serve from their side, and I just challenged because it was quite close, and I was like, maybe, a 5% chance we can win the point, why not? And when a challenge happens, usually there's a heartbeat sound that sounds throughout the whole stadium, kind of to build up for whatever the verdict is.
Is it like the ooh?
Ooh, like everyone's in suspense.
Just the suspense, and you see if the challenge is successful or not.
Challenge was successful.
Luckily, it was out, and we both turned to each other and we were like, oh wow, we were not expecting to win that point at all.
Badminton is all about momentum. It's a sport where winners keep the right to serve, giving them a further advantage to score and pull away.
Representing the United States of America, Howard Shu. Representing Indonesia, Anthony Dinting.
I mean, I think momentum is very similar in a lot of rally scoring sports. And so, if you have the service and you're able to maintain good service quality as well as service strategy, you just get so much momentum. Ginting today, just very good services in general. He was going outside corner, inside corner, a little bit of speed on them. And so there's just minute details to his game that just make it very hard for me to kind of adjust. You just can't make errors. Any simple mental error, a little bit of error in your quality of your shot. Ginting today just showed obviously he's going to capitalize on that, right? So little slip-ups. I think I had a missed serve on the second set, up 2 points there. I knew I needed to build the lead and just a little bit out, and from there he built some momentum. So just have to stay super laser focused, and you can't really let those little errors slip into the match.
Changes in momentum also apply to the actual shuttlecocks, which are designed to slow down. But with organic materials, part of the skill is figuring out exactly at what rate that slowing happens. It's what allows this incredibly fast sport to happen on a 22 by 17 foot side.
Goose feather, usually the high quality ones are goose feather, and then the slightly low quality ones are duck feather.
Yeah, it kind of drops. Like it comes to you really quickly, but then it just loses speed and just drops really suddenly. So I think your reaction speed, you need a quicker reaction speed than tennis, I think.
I think in hotter countries, you do use like a slower shuttle, and then in colder countries, you tend to use like a slightly faster shuttle speed.
So it's not that there's slower shuttlecocks, it's just that the stadium and the atmosphere makes it a little slower. So typically, if you train in a smaller gym, it'll fly a little faster, it drops a little faster. Here, because the hall is so big, it's hard to kind of get that spatial awareness as well, and the shuttle does drop a little slower.
Slow shuttles, fast reaction, quiet action, and loud fans. There's no reason to be sleeping on badminton because it's ready to wake up anyone who isn't in the know.
To see how fast the sport really is, we're the fastest racket sport. You can see it off the smash of some of these strings, right? It's just, I think, 500 kms an hour. And so really just tune into those, pay attention to the angles that players are creating, the spins that they're creating at the net. There's just so much strategy and different angles and different types of racket strokes that you can use to create winners. It's really amazing.
Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, or your favorite podcast platform. And watch and listen to every moment of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, July 26 to August 11 on NBC and Peacock. And for the first time ever, on the iHeart app.